today we're going to do some very basic notation stuff, and then we're going to do a little activity. But what I need you to do first is not that. I need you to go to formative.com on your browser on your phone. After you're going to have to make sure you join the class first, hon, because I got to put you in there. You're not in there yet. And I'm going to strangle you. Now I think that it's because what? Yeah, I just changed it and I just told you what it was. Give me your phone. I'm going to scream. Okay, AR02, could not find your Google account, 292833 at passive deionized. Okay. And then capital MAVS. Dude. I can't do this for you every day. Yes, it worked. Okay, so now, go ahead, catch up with us, go to formative.com. I got to put you in there first. Oy. It's like I'm teaching freshmen again. It's exhausting. Okay. So when you get in there, you should see like one thing. And I'll wait for everybody to get there. Yeah, and you can go ahead and click open. It says interval and inequality notation. You can go ahead and click open and then show your work on the first slide. If everybody can get there, then I'll know you're there, and I'll give you a second for everybody to get caught up. Now, we can't take this long every day, okay? Oh, yeah. There's only 9 of you in here, and I'm exhausted already. Log in. Okay. Now, I know writing on your phone is not ideal. I know it's very small. But you can zoom in and expand it. You can turn it landscape so it works a little better. If you want to bring a stylus, some people even like to doing that on their phone, whatever. But this is just temporary until we get those devices and we'll be good to go, okay? Do not type the math stuff, okay? 99% of the time when you're typing it, you're not typing it right. So you're going to have to write it, do the best you can. You'll get better at this, and just by the time you get to be an expert at this and writing on here, those devices will be in, and then you will appreciate them even more. Okay, so if everybody get to that first slide, because I can see what you're doing over here, so I can also see whether or not you're actually taking notes, just so you know. I saw that. That's okay. You're practicing. It's all good. I think you're the only one that's actually, no, you were there too. I don't know why. Probably because you didn't touch anything yet. You're good. Okay, are we there? Oy. Okay, you might need to join the Wi-Fi. I mean, that's just probably the best. Keep going. Yeah, that's right. What? Who said something was not right? Are y'all good? Yeah. You're on the Wi-Fi and it's slow. But you're not on the Wi-Fi. Oh, yeah, you are. I'm sorry. So maybe since you're closer to the door, maybe you need to be off the Wi-Fi. I don't know. I mean, it should be. You're good. Should be able to handle all this. The Wi-Fi should anyway. We're all good. Yeah, however you log into your tablet normally. Are you in the right place? Did you finally get there? Okay, there you go. You're on. Okay. Where are you, my problem child?
I'm trying to do the
Capital M, lowercase AVS, 2021. And you can go in there and change that so everybody knows your password, but you're just killing me, man. Did you put your whole email in there? Or just the first part? Give me that. I'm going to log you into the freaking Wi-Fi. Oy. It's because you're trying to do guest. You're exhausting, man. All right. So AR 0292 833. Congratulations, you're on the Wi-Fi that doesn't work. Very nice. Okay. Let's do this now. So for the purposes of these notes, we're going to talk about everything in terms of X like it's domain. Because domain and range should not be new to you. We're not even talking about domain and range right now, really. We're just looking at the notations. When we go over stuff that is a review for you, because this type of notation should be a review, the domain and range should be a review, but notation is what matters. It's got to be correct. Just because you can understand it doesn't mean that you can express it correctly in writing, right? So if we look at these number, we're starting off super simple with number lines, okay? We have inequality notation and interval notation. So if I look at this, I can see that all of these values, which we'll say are X values, are greater than 3, right? Do I include 3 in that? Yes, I do, because it's closed, right? So I can say that X, all of my X's, are greater than or equal to 3. That make sense? Yes? Okay, good. Where are you now?
I still can't get in.
You are killing me. Oops. Yeah, I spell it right. All right, we're going to try this again. Was it just taking you in circles? I had somebody else that happened to earlier. And I think I know why. Oh, shoot, I did it again. Okay, even though this is already here for you to choose, the next time it comes around, instead of clicking on it, somebody told me this helped. So don't click on that, even though that's what you want. We're going to use another account and then type it in again. Okay, yeah. So type in your whole email and then do the password. And then I'm going to scream if you're not in. Okay, so interval. So your interval notation is the one that has the brackets and the parentheses. And so it basically tells you, it's a little easier, I think, because you can think about what's happening. I'm starting at 3, so I write down my 3. Then where am I going to? I'm going to where? What does this mean? Infinity. Okay, so then I have to decide if I have parentheses or brackets. Okay, if it's a parenthesis, that means it's open, basically, and we're not including it. Bracket means we're including it. You never include your infinities because it's not actually a number. So the infinity is definitely open. The 3, however, you have to decide if the 3 is actually a point over here, and it is, so that makes this a bracket. Does that make sense to you? We good? Okay. Yes. So since this is like if you were going to do a greater than or equal to and it was included, that's when you use the bracket. That means you're equal to. If it's open, then that's when it's a parenthesis, and because infinity is not really a number, it's always open, because you never actually get there. Does that help? Okay, good. Yes, please ask me questions if I need to restate things, whatever. Good, because we got to make sure we can do this correctly. All right, get out a piece of paper and write this stuff down. You better figure it out before tomorrow. All right, so then on number 2, inequality. All right, so I'm starting here at -6, and I have everything less than that. So I know it's going to be x is less than -6. Do I include the -6?
No.
No, because it's open. Very good. Interval, and here's the key, and here's why some people, interval's not that hard, it's just that sometimes it's backwards. It is always least to greatest, always. Okay, so if I start where I start on the far left, I start way out here at -infinity, right? So I'm going to say I'm starting at -infinity. Then I go until -6. I know I don't include the infinities, so that's open. Do I include -6? No. But I don't write like -5.9, or actually it would be -6.1, because I can actually get closer to that. Like I get really, really close, I just can't get to -6. Okay. We good with that? All right. Now number 3. We've got, looks like the whole line, right? So start at -infinity, end at infinity. So that's all of my numbers. So we could say all real numbers, and the way you do all real numbers is like that. It's just like a capital R with an extra little line there. Interval notation, it's what we just said. You start at negative infinity, you go to infinity, and then they're both open. Any questions at all? Okie dokie. Are we good? Then at the top right, there's a blue check. You can check that. It'll take you back to that other page. Then you click on the show your work for the next one. Am I good to move on? I know I don't want to go too fast because I know writing is an issue, not just comprehending, but you'll get better at this. It'll get less frustrating, I promise. Okay, so now we have compound inequalities, meaning that they are maybe two pieces to this. So this first one was still inequality notation. We're starting at negative infinity, we go to 1. So that means that for this, everything is less than 1. So I have all these x's are less than 1. Do I include the 1? No. And since it's an inequality and I have another piece I have to talk about, I use the word or. It's not a symbol, it's just the word or. Then I see over here, I start at 5 and go to infinity, so all of these are greater than 5. So here x is greater than 5. Do I include that? No, I do not. Well, good. All right, so interval notation, we just go left to right. I start way out here at negative infinity. I go until I get to 1. I never include the infinities. 1 is open, so I'm not including that. When you connect two interval notations, we use a symbol. Anybody know what that symbol is? Nope. Okay, it's all right. It looks like a capital U, but it's not really. It means union, but it looks like this. It looks like a skinny capital U with no tail on it. Okay, you're unioning the two together. Then the other piece, I start here at 5 and go to infinity. 5 to infinity, never include my infinities. 5 is open, so I don't include that either. We all good? All right. So let's look at number 6. See if you can write your inequalities for number 6. And then I'll do it. Let me see, then we can compare. Once you're done, check yourself with me. See if we agree. Anybody have any questions? Do you agree with that? X is less than 7, or X is greater than or equal to 2. So if you got that, then why don't you try the interval notation? If you have a question about this or you didn't get it or it doesn't make sense, please ask me. No, I'm never going to make you feel stupid. And I'm not going to let anybody else make you feel stupid either. I know, I'm sorry. Oh, I put 7. Y'all didn't even correct me. It's not 7. What's it supposed to be? -7. See? I like to say that I did that to see if you're paying attention, but that's never true. Once you're done with the interval for that one, go ahead and check yourself. And make sure I'm right, too. Yeah, just because we don't agree doesn't mean that you're the wrong one, by the way. I don't make too terribly many mistakes, but I'm definitely not perfect. All right, so do we agree with with the interval? We understand why 2 has a bracket on it? Yep. All right, good deal. So then we have number 7. There's 2 different ways. You can write the inequality for this one as something and something, but you can also write it as one big one. So in this case, we have everything between 2 numbers. So my x's have to be greater than -4 and less than 0. And you can just put it all in 1. When we do the interval notation, I'm starting at -4, and I'm ending at 0. Do I include -4? No, because it's open. Do I include 0? No. So it looks like an ordered pair. That's one reason, like, sometimes interval notation might be a little confusing. It looks like an ordered pair, but that's not a point I would go plot because it's representing a domain. Okay, we good on that? All right, so you try and do number 8 on both of those. Go ahead and do both of them. I'm going to hand this out. I'll tell you what you're going to do with this. You are not going to draw things, no. But I'm going to give you paper instead of you having to try and cram it on your little phones. In this class? Oh. I'm sorry. All right, so I got x is between -1 and 8, but it's -1 is less than or equal to x, which is less than 8. We agree with that? Okay, and then we go from -1 to 8, and -1 has the bracket on it. Okay, we all good with that? Any questions at all? Hopefully this is a review, not brand new information. Okay, so here's what you're going to do now.